does
You
this
know
need to
what?
work?
Maybe if I have him hang up, it might. Well, Kevin won't be able to hear though. We'll just leave it just like it is.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a treat for you here at the Gator Nationals. We've got a past champion on the phone with us, direct from Tennessee. We got the man himself, the Wolfpack leader, Josh Myers. Josh, how's it going in Tennessee?
Hey, well, probably not as good as it is down there in Louisiana. I'd sure love to be down there with you.
I tell you what, Josh, you are one of the guys that knows what it feels like to grab a gator hide and haul back to Tennessee. Tell everybody what it feels like and what it means to win a gator hide down here for the Gator Nationals.
It's one of the most prestigious awards that we have in our sport. You know, Kev. It's something that eluded me for quite a few years. I went down there 4 or 5 years and never did have no luck. Just one thing after another would go wrong or just missed the setup. And so to finally get one last year and to race wall for it, that made it a little bit sweeter too. So just to be able to bring it back for Tennessee and for our hometown, group here, it was pretty special for sure. It's got its own place on the trophy wall there.
And it's always fun to win any big event, but boy, it's always fun when you can beat the man in his own playground, ain't it?
That's it. There's no shying around it. Me and Wall has a colorful past, that's for sure. But we're at the end of the day, we're both real good buddies. But on the racetracks, we're fierce competitors against each other, which he is with anybody, as he should be. But did feel really good to beat him and all the other tough competitors that was there last year. And I know that they've all got their hands full again this year with him and Mike. And I heard the Bigford's back and the real deal, Brad Hill's going to be there. So I really hate them missing out, but I'm really thankful for what you guys are doing here with this network and all the live video y'all are going to do. It's going to make it a little easier to be at home.
Oh, well, man, it's our pleasure to be able to do this. But I want to give guys an insight. Now, this few years, what was the hard hurdle to overcome, the hump to jump, in other words? What was the big issue with down here at Springfield?
I think for the first few years, it was the fact that the track went through so many changes. We was very used to racing around home and Greystone and places that had a whole lot of grip, and there would be certain points of the weekend where Springfield would always have some grip, and our group as a whole would shine when it did. But the first couple years, it would always venture toward the slick side, and I just never could get a grasp in the slick, and so whenever the track would get toward the dusty to the slick side, we never did have what it took, and we worked on that package as years went and got it better. But then, we kind of got thrown a lucky duck last year. Chris accidentally watered the track a little too much on Saturday, and so that bad boy was hammered down. It was a little rough, had a little character, but let me tell you, it was pull her back and let her dig, and I think it really played into our favor come Saturday. A lot of people, don't really know. I really didn't even think I was in the race of champions. I had a really bad Friday, and with no luck at all, not even sure I made my A main on Friday. Just didn't have no luck. And Saturday I run second to Victor in the A main. And I said, well, we had a good run, and at least we was fast Saturday. We was going to leave with some speed, and I went ahead and bungee corded my car down. When the A-main was over, I took the tires off, poured the fuel out of it, and bungeed it down. I was going to help my dad get ready for his race, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody come over there and said, hey, have you looked at the board for the Race of Champions? I said, no, didn't have no need to, and he said, well, you start last. You got the last spot. And I said, well, hot dog. So we got her back out and worked on it, and knew we had a piece could win, just didn't think I was in the race. So the fact that I was in it, we got it back out and tuned on it. Sure enough, we had something that was clearly competitive and able to be up front.
Well, Josh, tell everybody what it felt like the final 10 laps of the race. What was going through your mind when you were up on that driver's stand and you were coming, the laps were counting down, and just what did it feel like really when you knew I'm the champ? I'm going home with a gator hide.
It was really a peculiar race. There was a lot of stuff went on, and like I started, I guess 8th or whatever there, and I got up to second within about 3 laps, and due to some people spinning out, a little bit of carnage at the first, and this and that and the other, and and we had to restart there, and we took off, and we took off, and I said, well, shoot, I can run with Chris. And I said, I don't know that I'm necessarily a lot faster than him, but I can run with him. And I think it was probably about 20, 25 laps in, I made a shot. I got to him and made a shot going into 3, and didn't have enough to clear him, and we doored each other. And when we did, it kind of spun me to the infield, and so I went back to the rear, and just so happened I caught a good break, and there was a little bit of carnage going down the next straightaway, and I got back to 3rd, and a caution come out. And long story short, it was a really wild race, and it come down to about 15 to go, 20 to go, and there wasn't but like 4 of us left, and and we come off turn 2 with about 10 to go there, and I had I had been setting him up for a few laps to try to make one last run. I knew we was getting close to the end, but I didn't know how many laps was left, so I kind of set him up off 4 and was going to make a dive on him coming off 2, and about the time I went to dive, I heard his motor rev up, and he had stripped the spur gear, and I said, "Ooh, thank the Lord."
Yeah.
So I hate to I don't wish bad luck on nobody. Would have much rather passed him clean and green and won it, but I do feel like we had a race-winning car regardless. So those last 10 laps, I felt like out of who was left, we was probably the best car out there, but that didn't take the nerves away. A race that big and all that prestige on the line. It was definitely wheels up, even for the last few people that was out there trying to make sure just don't make a mistake and bring that hide back home.
Oh, I hear you, Josh. And, man, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day today. Look forward to maybe being able to speak with you as the race progresses this evening. If we get an opportunity, we want to be able to bring you back on here if we can and just give some of your insight as the races are progressing and maybe what your viewpoint is as a racer. Everybody at home can see, kind of what the drivers are thinking on that driver stand.
Yes, sir. Be glad to do it. I'll be available if y'all need me, and hope everybody has some good luck down there, and most of all has a lot of fun.
That's right, Josh Myers. We miss you being here. Wolfpack, you are represented down here. We got Mike Ottinger and in the pits over there, and he is ready to put one and bring a Gator hide back home as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be talking to you soon.
All right.